What is up, YouTube? Today, I'd like to bring you a little mini-series I'd call Life Stories with Indie Reader. Original, right? So today, we're going to be talking about how I basically got a stalker in 7th grade. So, it was first semester, I was just goofing around, just getting used to the transfer from elementary school to 7th grade. Because that's what they do here. 6th grade is now in elementary because it's complicated pretty much. So I get this text message one night. It says, "Hey," from this random girl I've never talked to. And I'm like, okay. So I open the message and I text her and she goes, "Hey," again. And I'm like, okay. "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "Just want to tell you that I really like you. I think you're cute." I was like, "Oh, okay." And note that I have never met this girl. I do not have any classes with her. Her name means almost nothing to me. So I start getting to know her a little bit better. And then we're just texting, after school. And then one of my friends tells me, "Hey, Andrew, you know that one chick who you've been texting lately?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "She's like right there, and I think she's like looking at you." So I turn around, and sure enough, she's looking directly at me. So I'm like, okay, she's probably just, yeah, she's attracted to me, so she's looking at me. Well, this continues on. She constantly is looking at me. Everywhere I go, actually, I turn around and she's always looking at me. So I get a little bit freaked out, okay? I'm like, whoa, this girl really likes me. Like, really likes me. And so one day, I decided to tell her, "Hey, I don't like you like that, Just to tell her, break it off, kind of, hoping that she would move on." Well, I say that, and that doesn't work. In fact, it only makes her pursue me even harder. What she does is, she texts me, she follows me. One day, I was at my locker just before school began, and I feel this cold hand on my back. I turn around, scared out of my mind, thinking it would have been Death himself. And now, it was not cold outside. It was probably about a nice 50 degrees. And I turn around, and I see this girl, and she goes, "Hi." I stand there, I'm like, "Hey, hi." And then she walks off. And I turn to the person next to me, I'm like, "Bro, you gotta help me." And then I kept telling her, I was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, but I don't like you like that." And she still does not take the hint. And it just keeps going for about a month. Until finally, I'm like, "Okay, you know what? You're a stalker. I'm sorry that you're a stalker." And that is when my tragedy turned for the best. She went off on me. She was like, "You don't ever call me a stalker, okay? I am not a stalker. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Really? Because you're following me everywhere I go. I don't even go to the same class with you, and I'm still finding you in the hallway. You purposely are trying to cross paths with me just so you can look at me. That's kind of stalkerish, I don't want to see you outside my window with a pair of binoculars looking at me after I'm done taking a shower. No, 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 no." And that was the best decision I've made in a while. So, if you liked the video, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe for more. Peace.